Let's rock. Come on.
Let's do it.
A lot to talk about. I actually got to see a Thursday night game, so let's go.
Okay.
Let's get this show going, man.
Hurry up, hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up! Come on now. We're going to have action too.
3 times.
I know.
My old man would say hurry up once, and the next one would clip.
Well, yeah, you got
I was
some technique.
going to say.
Yeah, tell me that.
He conditioned you.
Hey, wildcat.
Ball at the 5, 3rd down and 2.
That was bad. Let's go have some fun, bro. We ain't got to talk about too much.
He wants to play the ball! It's holding!
Cliff. The cliff. How is that not called?
That ain't gonna call a damn thing.
What is the delay for? He's
Love that.
standing right there.
What's that?
He's taking
What
a
is
card out. He's a piece of paper.
What is it?
It's that
Oh,
close.
it's some random
Dear
NFL
Lord.
action. Good. Well, you've taken me out of my rhythm
Sorry,
completely.
go.
Hello and welcome. We are the Aussie guys. G, how you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. It was good. I got to finish work a little bit early today and got to see an actual live game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which doesn't happen a lot for us.
Sup, Zach? How you doing?
Zach,
Very nice. What a game to pick, G. Ugh.
mate, seriously, you watched. Actually, we spoke about this with a few of our guests about that. We're sort of in like a golden age to a point of the amount of quarterbacks there are around.
I agree.
Yeah, not
I
this
agree.
year. No, seriously, Ben Roethlisberger last week was absolute rubbish.
He was.
The crap that was served up today was
Now-
just appalling. And so what I've done, I've
Point
gone
of
out to-
order. I was going to say, drinks of the pod.
Drinks of the pod
Yep.
is I've got here like my ciders.
You have to pass it up
Pass
here
it over.
so I can do this. Chris Ganley, I don't know if he's on. He said my head
No,
was really
he-
big in the thing. I'm sorry. This is just
No.
so I can do all the dashboardy stuff. But anyway, let me show you this. So this is G's one. What is it, G?
I have absolutely read it.
Well, you can read it off the
Oh,
screen
so
now.
I can too.
There you go.
Original cider from what's the name of the company? Drop it down a bit. Drop it down. I can't remember the name. Flying Brick.
Flying
Now,
brick.
Yes, and
Yep.
put up yours, and I'll explain the symbolic gesture behind the drinks of the pod this evening.
There we go.
Dog's Day. Now, Flying Brick was pretty much, I reckon,
Cheers,
if
G.
everybody was given a free brick when they entered the stadium today,
Cheers, everybody.
they would
Who's-
have thrown it. I got to open it up.
If you've got a cold one of your own,
On the edge of your table. Sorry, Adrian.
my high quality
There we go.
IKEA table. And you actually bumped my headphones out.
So,
Dude.
are they working?
No, can you put
Okay.
keep going? All right.
Is that better?
No, you've plugged it out.
Okay,
again.
I'll keep talking.
You
anyway.
keep talking.
But yeah, so we've got the Flying Brick here, and like I said, if people that rocked up to the stadium today and they were offered a free brick, you probably wouldn't take it. But by into the second half, you probably would have gone back and say, "Can I have that free brick? I need to throw it." So it would have been a lot of Flying Bricks and Dogs Day, because it was just a Dogs Day for quarterbacks today. It was seriously, it was hard to watch, but I watched it because I'm watching it live. I don't often get that opportunity,
Right.
and I wish I hadn't, because that was just a waste of hours of my time.
Hours you'll never get back.
It was appalling, and we should probably, I don't know what news you've got, but we should actually talk about the two
I've got it. I've
the
got
two
it the first up on
quarterbacks.
the news. So
Is it?
yeah. So before you do that, so cheers. Drink them if you've got them, or if you are in another time zone, it might be coffee. I don't know what it's going to be.
Oh, that's a hell of a lot better than that Rattler crap I had last week.
Dog Days is greater than Flying Brick. Well, we'll see.
Any good?
Oh, it's nice. No, I like
Okay.
it.
Little
Good choice.
creatures?
Yeah, very nice.
No.
Although I'm not sucking on that after you've sucked on it, so I'm
No,
not going
no.
to do the comparison.
No, please. But yeah. Like, did you see the game today? Did you get a chance? I know. You've been a teacher. You've always got a lot of time to sit down and do nothing.
Fair comment, actually, from Zach. Spud, Danny Frawley.
Yep.
I do have the Saints merch in the background. Big Saints guy all my life.
Mm.
Like you've been a Tiger.
Yeah, he was coach of the Tigers.
Yeah, he was actually. There you go.
Yep.
Bit of synergy in the room. So yeah, man, sad. Hey, he's 56, I think.
Was he? Just a
Yeah.
little bit older than me.
Yeah, both of us.
So no, it's yeah. And look, and it's a sad way to end one's life, really, isn't it?
It certainly is. It certainly
Um,
is. Well, listen, let me do a little bit of a. So this is my news item, and then we can talk about the game. So Panthers are now an 0-2 start.
They're gonna be at the halfway mark at Halloween. They might as well just pack it up and go home.
Cam has actually, I don't know if you know this, he's lost the last 8 games he has started. He completed only 49% of his passes. And the NFL Network post-game show said, and I quote, he didn't look himself today, which is like, no shit.
But he didn't look like himself last week.
No, that's absolutely true. And I ask you, I mean, okay, so there were 2 quarterbacks today that had question marks over them.
There was 2 quarterbacks probably holding clipboards that could have played today.
Yeah, and that was what I was going to raise was,
Mhm.
okay, so Jameis, okay, so the Bucks won. Jameis, his stat line was better than Cam.
Yeah, but he threw one good part, like one nice pass for the touchdown to Godwin.
Oh, yeah, he didn't set the world on fire at all.
No, outside of that, it was atrocious.
It
Mate,
was.
you honestly, if you get a chance, just if they could put together a highlight reel of every ball that he threw to Mike Evans, have a look at Mike Evans's face. I reckon he's sickened. He's so jacked about playing with this guy. I reckon he's had enough. Seriously, he's wasting the best years of his life as a footballer playing with Jameis Winston.
Oof.
No, he seriously is, mate. If I was him, I'd be out of there. Screw this. I want a decent quarter. Who's the backup? Who's the backup quarterback?
In Tampa?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I know who the backup is in Carolina.
I don't care. I don't care that they won the game, or I don't give a shit. You got to look at the quality of your quarterback, and he can't. Okay, he gets it to Godwin.
Yep.
Mate, he can't get it to his number one strike receiver.
Here's the thing, G. I've got a question for you.
And I have a lot of shares in Mike Evans, so that's not helping.
Yeah.
Mate, but it is. You look at it. They zoomed in on his face every time after the ball was thrown above his head, behind him.
And he wasn't a happy chappy.
Oh, and mate, he's just. You can just see he didn't. He's not mouthing any words, but it's just.
Well,
That's
a fair question from Zach. Has Winston developed at all since he entered the league? I don't think he has.
No, not one iota. And we saw the bloody the pick that he threw with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter last week when he's lying on his ass again, throwing it on the way down to nobody.
That is so. You
Well,
can
he threw it to somebody. It wasn't in a Bucks uniform, that's for sure. Gets run back for that was his second pick six for the day.
You imagine Bruce Arians will go nuts.
Oh, mate, I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm saying it now. I said this about Mariota. Maybe I should have said it about Winston in my hot take. Is that I doubt that Winston sees the second half of the first quarter of the year. Does that make sense?
What? The second half of the what? The second half
so
of the first quarter?
Yeah, mate, come on,
What's
you're a
that
school
mean?
teacher.
So
Mate, I'm not educated like you are. So
second half of the first quarter.
Week 4, right, is the first quarter. The second half,
Gabbett.
before the half.
Blaine
is-
Gabbett. Ugh. Blaine Gabbett's the backup.
Mate, Gabbett has to be better than Winston.
No, Blaine Gabbett is awful.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry. Winston's awful. And, mate, Cam's worse.
Yeah.
I put out a tweet today on one of the our Too Legit League. Oh, excuse me. Woo, there's a bit of gas in the old original cider. And I said, mate, is it seriously? Is it? Will Greer didn't even suit up today. I don't think. And he's not even the backup quarterback at the moment,
Isn't he? You spoiled my question. I wrote,
Okay, sorry.
was there more to the Will Greer draft pick?
Mate, there has to be. Mate, he can't. I didn't see the preseason, so I can't comment on how well he played. I know he threw some bombs of touchdowns, but he also threw some picks. But he's a rookie, mate. Today, Cam threw, mate, seriously, and I put out on the message, is that if defensive backs weren't I'll read it out exactly. So if you want to go on with something else for a second.
No, it's all right. I'm just kind of moving this little bit away.
I'll just arc this up
so we get a better angle.
This is what I said.
That's better.
I was talking to at Shane Hallam. Shane, how you going? He's not watching.
Hey,
this.
Shane.
He's probably
No, I don't think he's watching.
No, couldn't be screwed watching us.
Why?
But, look, I made a comment about Cam, right?
Yeah.
Now, my message was, it's time with a question mark. Seriously, I had a gif of Will Greer above it. Can he be any worse? Meaning Will Greer over Cam, and I don't think he can be. If DBs weren't reassigned high school or college wide receivers, Cam would have been picked off Peterman style today. And he would have. And I can tell you, mate, he should have been picked off 3 times in a row.
Oh.
He should have been picked off a half a dozen times today, but because DBs can't catch.
Yep. That's why they're DBs.
Like I said, they're reassigned college and, high school wide receivers. A quick
take from UG on the headscarf.
Oh, dude, what's with the hair? Like, does he do it? Has he's gone from the towel, the towel.
Yes.
And then he went the fashion when he rocked up. Now he's gone the hair. So is it something you have to do every time to make yourself stand out? Does it not help that you're like 6'6", 250 pounds, and probably one of the biggest quarterbacks we've ever seen, like a specimen of a human being?
Yeah.
Isn't that enough for you? It's just, I seriously don't, mate, maybe I'm just, picking on an individual for the sake of finding stuff out, but doesn't it seem to like everything go from one to the other? Can't you just, it's like the whole, it's like all the divas, the Browns and the Beckhams as wide receivers. And then you got these guys that are like, the quarterbacks are just quiet, like the wide receivers. You got the Julios, you got the AJ Greens. They just go about. It's like last week. Larry Fitzgerald catches that TD pass to what was it? Was it to square up the game?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Oh, I can't remember exactly. Sorry. But see what he just scored it, hand the ball straight back to the official, turn around, high five.
Yep.
Couple of jumps, whatever that jump bump thing is that they do. Beautiful. No crap dances, no bullshit. Just act like you've been here before.
Exactly. Yep.
And Cam's that. And it's like this huddle. They get in the huddle. It's shit about him annoys the crap out of me. And I might be just getting on a bit of a soapbox here. But they get in the huddle. He gets on his knee, calls the play, claps, everybody clap out. He sits there. It's like it's all about me for the next 2 seconds while I just kneel down here. Everybody else is dispersed. Have a look. Does it all the time. It's not about you.
Careful.
But you watch him all the time. It's like he sits there, okay, I've got to compose myself. It's all about me. It's the camera. Okay, I get my 2 seconds all by myself here, like I'm concentrating, like I'm going to. And then you throw shit.
Yeah.
Why don't you get out and move out with the rest of your team? Like,
he's a little bit look at me.
Oh, mate, a little bit. He's all look at me. And we're all looking at you right now and you suck. I'd hate to be a Carolina fan right now, Mark. And tell
be hard.
Why not give Will Greer a go? Seriously, can he be any worse? He's the type of guy, and we saw it.
Really? They can cut him for $2 million dead money? Oof. That could happen. That could easily happen.
We saw what Will Greer can do in college. Mate, he can drive a team down the field. He has that moxie about him. And it's not like a Beverly Hills moxie. Hey, look at me. I'm wearing the best stuff. I'm looking great.
It's a Baker Mayfield moxie.
Yes. So
he'll have his day.
It's a working class sort of moxie. I don't know where he's from. He's probably from a rich family. I got no idea where.
Yeah, it is a work. Yeah.
But it's a working class moxie.
It's an in the trenches.
Yes.
Dogs fighting. Moxie.
And how worse can you get? You're zipping too. Well, so when do you change him out? When the season's absolutely gone to the shit and it's in the doghouse and you're what, 1-6?
Well, it's controversial because he was MVP. G.
I don't care. I don't care, mate. Players change from season to season. We've seen that with defenses. The best defense is not the best defense. The best quarterback isn't the best quarterback next year. It happens all the time. People fall off cliffs. People are no good anymore.
Hey, Dave Evan Smith, how you doing, dude? He's just local, just around the corner.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Browns guy. He'd be. I was going to say very happy. No, actually, no.
And look, I'm wrapped because I'm a Falcons fan, and to have these two crap teams. Look, I'm not going to say crap because the Tampa Bay D is good.
Yeah,
they are good.
Yep,
good, solid unit.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
But to have someone, have those two quarterbacks playing in the NFC South, man, I'm absolutely wrapped.
Let's keep moving. The
Sorry,
Dolphins.
That was a bit of a soapbox for 10 minutes, wasn't it?
It was. Literally.
Apologies.
I think literally 10 minutes
Okay,
looking at the clock.
Let's move on.
Now, the
We've got much to
Dolphins apparently have given their star defensive back and former first rounder, 2018, I'm not talking that former, Minka Fitzpatrick, permission to seek a trade. Man, the wheels are falling off. They fell off ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on now? In week 1, the Ravens put up 59 points on them, 643 yards of offense.
Mate, they'll be hanging on to that Miami Miracle from last year for a long time.
And it
As like the best thing they've seen out of Miami.
And I ask you, what on earth are they doing with Ryan Fitzpatrick under center?
Well, but neither of the guys are going to be there. Does it really matter? Like,
Well,
let's have a
yes,
look what
it
Josh.
does.
Let's have a look what Josh Rosen is, mate. He's not going to be there. He might be the backup next year.
Yeah, I know.
And Josh Rosen's going to end up playing a career, making $5 million a year, $4 million a year, being a backup quarterback.
Yep. They fell off at the 36-point mark. What's the worst that's going to happen with Josh Rosen under center? You're going to lose a game? You're going to lose 15 games? It probably works.
Does it matter? You're losing. Does it matter? He might win one and piss everybody off in the front office.
That's true. Now,
Don't do that. Don't, mate. Next thing you know, you'll see the GM up in the owner's box on the phone when they're in front, and all of a sudden Rosen's out. Fitzpatrick's back in.
Zach says the Skins and the Dolphins are total trash can franchises. Speaking of the
I don't know about the Skins franchise. You could say that but
historically, yes,
yeah, but mate, on the field, mate,
Yeah.
they should have won last week.
they should have. And a blow to the Skins. Darius Geis has now what is his second major knee surgery. He's going to be out 8 weeks. That's probably conservative. I think it's a torn meniscus.
Meniscus, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now we've got AP, who's 57 years old,
Mhm.
and Chris Thompson, which would be a handy
Mate,
waiver wire.
I'd love to see a footballer at 50 years of age playing. Make me feel better about myself.
It's not going to
No,
happen.
actually, it probably wouldn't make me feel better about myself because I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing?
Exactly. It won't.
No, I'm riding bikes down mountains, mate, that are 2 kilometres high. I'm doing something.
Oh, yeah,
What
you
are
are
you doing?
Okay, yeah. Next topic. So OBJ came out and said that former Browns coach and now Jets defensive coordinator Greg Williams told Browns players to try and take him out in the preseason. So if you can follow that. So now that OBJ is at the Browns and Greg Williams was at the Browns, the players who are now on the Browns said to OBJ, this is what he said to them in the preseason.
Oh, God. Seriously. Is this like a girl's locker room at high school?
Listen, I tell you, it makes a lot of sense that he did it. It's smart because
Mate,
now
you're not telling me that
Yeah.
every player goes out there that if you can hit the quarterback without all these rules protecting the quarterback or whoever,
yeah,
mate, look at all the chops at the knees.
yeah, you're right.
Come on, man! Like they're trying to take everybody out.
Yes, yeah.
An injured player is one you don't have to contend with anymore.
Oh, absolutely. Dave says
Do you know,
Skins owners.
during war, in the First World War,
Yeah.
it was actually better to actually have your. This is going to sound terrible, but this is the rationale because they lost. Some days they lost, 100,000 men in a day.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It was better for armies to have dead than to have casualties, because you have to tend and look after the casualties, the dead of the dead.
Oh, really?
So I'm making a correlation that to what you have to contend with. Like it's a lot easier to contend with a good player when he's not on the field because he's, you've put him out for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm not all saying they're all bloodthirsty and going out, but you just have to watch the way that people tackle to know that, they're not wrapping them up in a cuddle and, holding them and, a bit of a bear hug. Mate, they're taking out knees and, Seriously, they're still going in with their heads. Some guys. So
Yeah. Anyway, G, actually, you know what? G, you are a big fan of history podcasts, and
I'm a massive fan.
sometimes I am really quick to kind of call bullshit on stuff that you say, but you're actually really well read.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well
Seriously.
listened.
Well,
I'm not,
listened,
I'm
I
not
should
great.
say.
I'm not great with reading, and it does send me to sleep. But to have, if you can find someone, it doesn't matter about any pod. It can be a pod about fantasy football. If you have to have the. I don't have the voice. I've got a shocking voice. That's why I don't listen back to our pods. But if you get someone who has an interesting voice, I listen to a guy called Dan Carlin, who's absolutely fantastic. And mate, I listen to him. His pods go for 270 minutes. And
270 hours.
270 minutes. And I'll, like one section, I'll listen to it all day.
Right.
And I don't get bored.
You've got a job where you can listen to podcasts 8 hours a day.
I do. My hands are free and,
Yeah.
you know, my brain's got a lot of space up there. My job is very, I know I can do it with my eyes closed, basically.
On that note, Sam Darnold not playing this week. Trevor Siemian is the backup at the Jets, and he's going to be starting Monday Night Football versus the Browns.
That's not good. That's not
He's
good.
sick with mono. Do you know what that is? I've got no idea.
No.
That's just what the news said. If anyone knows what mono is, it's obviously short for something, I suppose. I've got no clue what it is at all. The Chargers. It wouldn't be a season of the Chargers if there wasn't another 1 or 6 injuries. Hunter Henry has suffered a tibial plateau fracture to his left knee. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks.
Mate, that franchise is seriously snake bitten with injuries, aren't they?
Is it the kissing disease? Is that like
Everybody's putting it up.
yeah, everybody's saying
Okay.
kissing disease.
Oh, that's why there was a gif of him
Kissing
like sucking some.
Oh.
It wasn't him, but it was just like some gif of. Oh, it was one of the worst kisses of all time. It's worse than porno kiss.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Right. Okay, now that makes a little bit more sense.
So yeah, now I know why
Dave-
they put that up.
There's a man with Google on hand. Mononucleosis. Did I say that correctly? I think so.
Well,
Okay, glandular fever. Now I get it.
That's
But
not good though.
but hang on,
you
if
don't
you-
want glandular fever.
if he's got glandular, then he's out months, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I suppose there's different depending on your immune system and how you handle. You know, everybody handles a disease different.
Have you had glandular?
Like you didn't the disease that made your hair disappear. Sort of, I handled it a lot better than you have.
The disease that made my hair disappear is just my genes, my DNA. What else have I got? No, that's it for the news, G, unless there was anything else you wanted to throw in
I
there.
think we spoke about the crap we saw today,
Yeah, we certainly
and
have.
I didn't start Peyton Barber either. I started Ronald Jones.
Of course you didn't.
instead.
Oh, okay. So, hey, listen, this is the segment that we are running, which is kind of like our start sit, and we started it last week. So if you did listen to the pod, you know exactly where I'm going with this, but it's called The Replacements. And it's got a really cool tune that I haven't put together.
It's a bit of a shame we don't talk about because we're so late into the week to talk about the games. Because I make all these notes about the games when I'm watching them that I'd like to talk about, but
Well, you could throw them in there.
no, it's okay. Let's go. We saw a lot of terrible quarterbacks.
Oh, of course.
21.
Yeah, Dave's a paramedic as well. So he's handy.
Nice. Good work.
Very handy. And he lives just around the corner, literally. So, Dave, if you watch live and one of us cuts over.
How much around the corner?
No, well, not like 10 minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No problems.
Instead of actually, Dave, instead of actually coming on like this, you could come and join us one time.
Can I say some more bad quarterbacks?
Yeah, say some more bad quarterbacks.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
No good?
Yep.
Mate, can I just say something too? Watching the ESPN, is his name Joe? How do you pronounce it? Is it Testator? He does the Monday Night Football.
Oh yeah, okay.
He did it. He did it last year with
The
Jason,
ref, the
with
ref.
Jason Witten.
Okay, yeah.
No. He's not the ref. Mate, can I just say that
No clue.
he made that Monday night, his voice, like for the game, when someone catches a ball,
Yeah.
is fantastic. Like there's excitement and genuine excitement in his voice
Right.
when he calls, and that's what you want when you watch a game.
You do.
Like who's the other two that do? They've been around since he was the one that called the Miracle on Ice. He's.
Oh, yeah. Who was that?
Mate,
I don't know.
just go back and watch the Odell Beckham catch. I still like it. It's just like, did he catch
the
that?
Odell Beckham one is terrible.
That's when you get off your chair and just go, oh my God, look at this.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
that OBJ catch is just immortalized, and people are going to watch that
And listen
for
to
the next 50 years. And
I can't-
there's just some guy going,
I can't think of his name. What's
I
his
think
name?
he caught it. Did
What's
he catch
his name?
it?
Someone tell us his name. He does it with Collinsworth. And Chris down in Geelong, he says, mate, saying that about him is
Joe
like,
Buck?
No, Joe Buck does it with Troy Aikman.
Oh, I can't stand Collinsworth. He drives me nuts. Anyway. So listen, the replacements. And I actually
Maybe we should
tweeted
just
out.
have a pod one night where we just bury everybody we want to.
That would be a long pod. So the replacements. So the idea is, and I actually tweeted out a link to Fantasy Pros. And if you go to Fantasy Pros, it's like their top,
I'm going to get a computer one day.
it's their week 2 players, week 2 projection rankings for quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. Is it Al Michaels?
Thank you. Thanks, Zach.
There we go.
Bang.
Bang. And the idea is with the replacements is you've got to pick someone. So when we do quarterback now,
I could do another one of these. I should have bought 2.
there you go. Nice. So
It's
that's
gone.
very unusual for you to say that about
I know. That's good.
a brew
Yeah.
that doesn't have sugar in it.
No, it does have sugar in it.
Oh,
That's why I'm looking at the sugar content. It must be pretty high. Have you got any more alcohol?
no, I don't know.
Oh, jeez. What have you got upstairs? You might have to go upstairs.
No, I don't have anything. Sorry. Oh, I'm
You've
very,
got nothing.
yeah, I'm an incredibly poor host.
What about all the drinks of the pods that I brought round when you were on your fitness freak thing
Yeah,
and you stored them?
I've downed them.
Everybody thinks of
Can't let-
themselves, don't they?
Sorry, I'll have the fridge stocked up nicely
Okay.
for next time. So the replacement. So
I'm
quarterback.
going to go upstairs in a minute and have a look.
Quarterback first. So you've got to pick a quarterback from the top 12 to drop out, and you've got to pick a quarterback from outside the top 12 to elevate. So that's the challenge. And the reason why we came up with that is because it's a little bit more interesting than saying, "Ooh, I think Pat Mahomes is going to be a good start this week." It's like, turn it up. So,
What, he's not?
yeah, of course he is.
Jeez, I
but-
hope so.
So, listen, do you want me to go first or are you going to go
Mate,
first?
I'm surprised with how many people with Patrick Mahomes is coming out of the they keep I shouldn't say come out of the closet because that means something different, but just keep coming out and saying, oh yeah, I knew Patty Mahomes was bullshit. You Jack. Hey, I've heard it about about my boy Preston Williams too. You heard it here first
Oh, really?
on a very well-known podcast
really?
during the week.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, really, yeah. Where were you when I called it back in
Draft Circus.
before
was
the
it?
draft was even out?
Was it Draft Circus, G?
He was in what?
Was it Draft Circus or was it just our rookie preview?
Our rookie preview.
Yep. Oh, I remember when you said, G, oh, look,
Yep.
there's all these names, but there's one guy I've got at the top. Did you say the
2.
top? Number
No,
2.
No, number
Close
2.
to the top.
Yeah.
Okay. G,
And he still might not be anything, but why he's something, I'm grabbing hold.
he's in Miami.
Oh no, that's a real disappointment. And he chose to go there.
Oh, no. Of all
He might be choosing to get out.
He might. G, pick a quarterback in the top 12 you're going to drop out.
Could you get a good draft pick for him? I know he's only played one game, but could you get something for him?
What? The Finns?
Well, they got it. He was undrafted,
Yeah.
mate. If they got like a 6th round pick, that's better than being undrafted. That's something.
Yeah, but you're not going to.
Okay.
Why would you
Oh, I know.
flip him for a 6th round pick?
Because next year, Tua is going to be there and they can grow together.
Man, oof, that'll be something. They just got to hold on to him, let him develop, and next year he'll be a 2nd-year wide receiver. Okay, G,
If
shall I go
killed
first?
in the meantime?
G,
Yes.
okay, quarterback to drop out of the top 12.
Please go.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, Drew Brees. It's very hard to drop a quarterback out of the top 12. Goff out. Jimmy G in. Ooh. So Drew Brees, he had
Yeah, Goff
370.
looked terrible too. I'll give that one to Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked. Oh, they. Oh.
Oh. He had 370 yards and 2 touchdowns and 1 interception last week versus the Texans. However, get this, he only attempted 1 pass more than 20 yards downfield. Now,
Yeah, but
Drew
mate,
Brees is getting on.
Yeah, but mate, they just. What, mate, look at Brady. Does Brady he just throws a bomb every now and then? But so does Drew. Drew Brees threw the one down to Tig. I heard people say, that if he had to throw it a bit further, yeah, but mate, he was under duress when he threw it. There's a guy on his face.
Yep.
Come on, give the guy a spell.
Oh yeah,
Mike Florio. I agree. But Brady's made a living out of a death by 1,000 cuts, mate.
Oh, look, I know, and it's hard. You got to pick a guy from the top 12, but Matt said Jared Goff, but look, the Rams D is tough against the pass, especially at home, and I just think this could be a real run-heavy script. So for that reason, I picked Drew Brees, and the player that I picked to slot in, to bring in, is Matthew J. Stafford. I don't know if his middle name's Jay. I got no idea.
So what'd you use the J?
I don't know.
You just can't adding people's adding letters to the names and stuff.
Matty J. Stafford sounds good.
Matty J.
Now he had a huge week 1. The Lions couldn't
he's
quite
been
pull
some
out the
boy
win.
band.
Now it's the Chargers D. The Chargers have actually got a really banged up secondary.
Maybe a DJ.
Matty J. And the Lions are at home, and add into that one TJ. Oh, that's probably where I got the J from. TJ Hawkinson, who absolutely exploded onto the scene. He looked fantastic. So, you give me a
quarterback.
Quarterback.
Okay, my quarterback
out and in.
Aaron Rodgers.
What? Aaron Rodgers?
He threw the ball around last week. I think someone said only 33% of his passes were catchable.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wasn't surprised. He just hurled that thing around, and seriously, he threw it like he couldn't give a flying, He just, it's almost as though if he's not happy with the play call, he'll just hurl it. If the first read's not there, don't expect me to go to the second, mate. This is your call. You didn't let me, call this play. He's a bit like that. So I've got him going out. He was out yardage last week by Gardner Minshew and Mitch Trubisky.
He's got a mean mustache, by the way.
It's not mean. He's just got one. It's not a. You don't see many NFL players with Mo. You see a fair few footballers with them, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Maybe that's the new look. What's the look with the beard and all that and the fancy hair? What's it called?
The beard and the fancy hair?
Yeah, they get the really slicked hair and all that. What are they called?
I've got no idea.
That sort of, they drink craft beer and crap.
Oh, you're talking about
hipsters.
Hipsters.
Yeah, maybe it's the new hipster look. You get rid of the beard and you grow a mo. Screwed it.
Thanks, Dave. I agree with you.
But mate, he threw a beef stick over 200 yards last week. Against a very good defense in the Bears, but still, this is Aaron Rodgers, and his offensive weapons don't look that great. I'm sorry. We saw Geronimo Allison. Everybody's a bit talking up. You were one of them, sort of on the old Geronimo Allison train. Were you not? Donut. Did he actually get a look? Did he throw him? I don't even know if he threw him the ball.
I'm not sure if he got a look.
Mate, he's throwing balls that were landing in open field that many times last week, Aaron Rodgers, and he comes up against the Vikings D this week. So it doesn't let up. In Josh Allen. He's playing the Giants. Enough said.
Yep.
The defense is pretty putrid. Did they roll out a guy that was playing in the AFF or whatever that football league was last year? A corner? I'm not too sure.
I have a feeling they did. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, just, And, mate, the Giants just handed over 405 yards to Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. Granted, they only gave up 89 rushing yards, but, mate, as far as I know, Josh Allen's a quarterback, not a running back.
Yep. No, fair call.
They're my in and out for this week. Out. Rodgers. In. Allen.
Perfect. John Matthew Stafford. There you go. 7th of Feb, 1988. And Zach, the Bears D. Man, the Bears D looked fantastic.
His name is John. So his first name's not Matthew. It's John Stafford.
Not sure. Is that right?
His actual name is John. Hey, well, that's quite unusual because not unusual because my dad, we call my dad Joe.
Okay.
His middle name is actually Joseph, well, Joe.
Yeah.
His first name's Peter.
Oh.
But when he grew up,
Yeah.
there were two Peters that they used to all hang around with in the group.
Yeah.
So they used, everybody's getting confused. So they called him by his middle name and it stuck for the rest of his life
Wow.
for 70 years.
Wow.
So there you go. Might have
There you
been
go.
might have been the same thing about John Matthew Stafford.
Maybe. Yeah, Bears D looked fantastic and Leonard Floyd looked, whew.
No,
He
and I didn't
looked
start
good.
him either. I'm starting him this week though. You watch
Yeah.
him score goose egg.
I bet. And Brady threw a 60-yard TD. Man, Brady just.
Hey, I'm
keeps
not
on-
saying Brady doesn't do it. I did say that Brady does. He does throw in the bomb, but mate, his bread and butter is slicing and dicing.
It is. Absolutely. Running back, G.
And when you've got, the receivers and the running backs that Drew Brees got,
Yeah.
well, like Thomas, like why wouldn't you throw it short?
Well, that's right. Exactly. Running back. Now, G, we're picking two. So this is from the
Yes.
top 24, and we're picking two to take out and two to put in. Are you going first or me?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay. Out. James Conner. Oh, did not look good last week. You were not Le'Veon Bell. You cannot dance behind the back of that line. He's the number 7th ranked guy, so he is out. What did he have? He had 10 carries, 21 yards, 2.1 yards a
terrible.
carry, 4 receptions for 40 yards. So, mate, in the PPR, you probably got a little bit of something, but really,
It was a bad day for the Steelers all around, though.
mate,
G.
Steelers look shocking.
Yep.
Absolutely shocking. So he is out, and they come up against the Seahawks this week, who kept Geo Mixon to a total of 34 yards. Granted that Mixon got injured, but still only 34 yards they gave up. He still played a half, Mixon. Couldn't go anywhere. And the Steelers' offense, mate, looked so lethargic last week. Mate, they seriously look like, I actually wrote down, they look like a ship full of pissed sailors with a ship with no captain, because Ben was just appalling.
Mm.
And in Devin Singletary. Singletary? Yes. He was the number 27th this week on Fantasy Pros rankings, and he goes up against, mate, I'm going to be picking on the Giants this week, but goes up against the Giants. Granted, they did a really good job last week against the Cowboys, Holden and Zeke and co to only 89 rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
But if we look at the snap count last week with Singletary compared to Gore, Singletary had 45, Gore only had 19, Yeldon 2. Okay, granted, Gore had 11 touches where Singletary only had 9, but he also had 5 catches from 6 targets for 28 yards. And look, the Giants are probably going to focus more on the run again this week and say, okay, will you beat us with your arm? But I think you're going to start to see a bit more of Singletary every week. They're going to ramp it up.
Yep. No, good call. That's your first one.
That's my first one. Do you want to give me a second? Do you want me to give you a second, or do you want
Do you want me to give
yours?
you one?
I'm just
Because
watching
maybe
the
I can
clock.
steal.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we have to watch the clock. Okay, out.
Buddy soapbox went for 16 minutes.
That's true. Out. Damian Williams.
Oh, God damn you!
Gotcha.
Yeah, you got me.
Gotcha. Guess what? We've got a running
Number
back
20.
by committee in Kansas City.
Shady looked better.
Shady looked better. Exactly. So avoid that if you can. I mean, Oakland is, it's a okay matchup. It's just that now you've got Shady taking carries away from Damian Williams.
I heard people actually say in some pods last week that Damian Williams looked good. Now, how can you look good when you run for 26 yards at 2 yards a pop?
Yep. No, I don't understand that at all. Now, actually, here's a guy that looked good and he didn't get much of the ball. But I'm going to put David Montgomery.
Ooh.
He looked good. Now, the frustrating thing is he only had 7 touches, and I know it is a running back by committee in Chicago. shared the ball with Tariq Cohen, and we were expecting that, but he also shared it with Mike Davis. But Denver's not it's not the best matchup, but Josh Jacobs absolutely ripped him last week. So I think it's going to be more than enough opportunity, and Montgomery impressed. So I actually think he's going to get more ball than he did. He looked dynamic, G.
Okay, good.
You liked him or no?
Mate, that's one game. I've got 2 games to watch. One of them I don't want to watch, and you know why. I'm going to have to.
The Dirty Birds?
Yeah, I'm going to have to. And the Jets was the other one I haven't watched yet. So
Okay.
because I want to see Lev Bell. So
Oh, yeah, good point. Give me your second one.
Well, you stole it.
Oh, well, who's your second in?
I didn't write one down. I didn't look. I've got it in, and I haven't written anybody. And I laid it on you last week for not doing your job properly. I'm working with bloody amateurs, and I didn't do it. And I don't know why I didn't do it. I probably got called away. I was on the computer. I probably just slipped across the porn for a little bit and just never went back.
How funny. Hi, Trace, if you're watching. Now, Matt, like your style. My
How did you know I was
second
watching
in
Tracy Lords.
is
I was a
James
big
White.
big fan of Tracy Lords back in the day. Big fan.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to watch Tracy Lords right now.
Tracy, she doesn't look too bad. It's okay.
You know?
But mate, she's still round. Like she doesn't do that anymore. She's still doing stuff.
Okay. James White, yeah, Matt.
I think she's been on TV a couple of times.
James White, I agree with you. Now, starting any New England running back is a difficult prospect. You've got Sony Michel. Oh, I'm so sad.
What are we doing?
And Rex Burkhead. This is another running back to put in. White's really the preferred option in the air. And we are talking about Miami. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath. I think the line was 19 points.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not good.
So, no, that's not good in any language. And my...
Hey, Matt, you got to put someone out. No idea out. You have to. That's the whole point.
Well, I'll fly the flag for Matt. And...
Oh, nice. Oh,
it was a trade. Hang on, we'll come to that in a second. So I'm going to take out DJ, which is a big call because he had 130 yards versus Detroit. However, the Ravens D, who they're up against now. Now, the Ravens...
Does Zach play in one of our leagues?
I don't think so.
Hey, Adrian, who wins this trade? This is... You sure?
Wentz and Brown for Lev Bell and Ridley.
Yeah, who wins that?
Ooh.
And let's face it, the guy that's trading Wentz away obviously has a quarterback and the other guy doesn't, because you don't trade a quarterback unless the other guy has one, because he's just wasting your time.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's Zach? Who's your quarterback? Because that's exactly the same offer I put out this week.
Is it really?
It is. Because the quarterback...
Was it to Zach?
It was to Zach. Maybe it was because he's Zach, tell us if is your quarterback...
It's okay.
Ben Roethlisberger. Like, who the hell was Ben Roethlisberger as your quarterback?
It is Zach.
There you go. I told you.
All right. Sorry, Zach. We just didn't know it was you.
So who wins
Zach.
that trade? Okay, so let's put it this way. So you got Ben Roethlisberger.
I know what G's going to say. Who wins the trade?
You got Malcolm Brown going and is running well. Got 2 touchdowns last week. Gurley looked better, but Gurley did get a bit bigger holes to run through.
Yeah.
If have in all honesty. So yeah. What do you reckon?
Wentz and Brown for Lev Bell and Ridley. I like the Bell Ridley side.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
No. Mate, okay, so you go through the whole year, Zach, with Ben Roethlisberger, because it's absolutely jack all on waivers. All the quarterbacks are gone. All of them are gone.
Mind you, Wentz looks
fantastic. That's the only one he's got.
Okay, well, in that case, then it's an area of need, isn't it? And Carson Wentz is a pretty damn good pickup. So anyway, back to DJ, and Matt said he was going to say it. So he had 130 yards
Zach,
versus Detroit.
Is that watching?
He's up against the Ravens D, and they held the Finns running backs to just 13 rushing yards. But yes, I know it's Miami.
What are we doing now?
I'm still doing my running back out. Arizona's O-line is going to struggle to contain that Ravens front 7. They're going to cause lots of trouble for for Murray and for DJ alike.
Okay, can we get on the wide receivers now?
Yeah, we can get on to wide receivers.
Okay, wide receivers. Now, mate, I hate Thursday night football.
Oh,
AJ, every week I do it.
what are
Out.
you doing?
Out Mike Williams. No, I changed it though. I saw the error of my ways. So that really made it a bit harder because I didn't think Mike Evans is going to do. I actually put out OJ Howard too as a tight end, which both of them I would have been
Oh,
winners
Zippo,
on. Yeah.
OJ Howard.
Because of the quarterback. Okay, so I had to find somebody else, which is a little bit harder. So excuse my phone. That might be Zach. Give him say he's going to accept the trade now. I'm going to put in Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson.
Yeah, I'm going to do Allen Robinson because his quarterback's Mitch Trubisky.
Okay.
And let's face it, look, mate, he had a really good week 1, and I'm not an Allen Robinson fan, but I ended up with him on a team in our league because
Your computer died.
my computer died and I got auto picked for a couple until I got back on. And look, if it wasn't for his athleticism, he probably wouldn't have caught at least 2 of those balls.
Hmm.
And that's a tribute to him. But, you know, I don't know if Mitch Trubisky can put that often putting in the same area.
Yeah.
So he's out. And in is John Brown.
Very nice.
Poor Giants are getting slaughtered. But, mate, they're up against the Giants. Mate, like I just said, they handed over 400 points last week. They got burned by Gallup. They got burned by everybody, didn't they?
They did.
They got burned by Randall Cobb. And I put a bit of the blowtorch to Randall Cobb, you know, at the start of the year when we had Johnny Sheps on.
Looks very handy, Randall Cobb.
It does look handy. It's amazing what happens to you. We get a bit of spring in your step, doesn't it? When you
yeah.
go to a team that's a bit of a contender, as we saw with Shady McCoy, mate, looked like he'd taken 6 years off his life the way he ran last week. Did he not?
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, John Brown just put up a lazy 7 for 123 at 17.6 a click, 1 TD. So they go up against the, like I said, up against the, that was against the Giants. So, sorry, wasn't it? No, he goes up against the Giants this weekend. So, yeah, and that was against the Jets last week. So I should write better notes. And let's face it, mate, do the Giants have any corners or even safety help that can match the speed of John Brown? Because there's no one in the league really that can. And
There's not many teams that do.
I think the Giants have made to look very slow last week. Randall Cobb, like I said, Randall Cobb just ran away from him.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to love the one that I put in. Deshaun Jackson, baby.
Out?
In. He's in.
Who's he out first?
You know what?
You didn't do an out.
I couldn't find any outs.
You have to do an out.
I know, but you didn't do a second running back just before.
I just caned someone who was up there because they put an in and not an out. That's the whole point of it. Yeah, but I forgot. And I admitted my error.
Okay. Well, can I forget?
It's not because I
forgot.
chickened out or, you know.
No, because I looked at the top 24.
Why did chicken cross the road when Adrian didn't? He stayed there.
Okay, I stayed there. But Deshaun Jackson. Now, I've got to give props to you, G, because you put me onto him. You were a big believer.
Oh, I took him everywhere I could.
Man, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. Welcome back, baby.
It's not just that. You got to look at the quarterback. He's stuck with a quarterback that will throw the ball. He's not scared to hurl it out there.
Now,
love a quarterback that just rolls the dice.
Deshaun Jackson up against the Falcons this week.
Oh, no.
Wentz is going to go air raid on their asses.
Oh, no. Oh, it's not good. It's not good.
But I've got another in.
But the only thing we got going for is this Eagles D didn't look very good last week.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be as good as what we thought. Maybe they'll work their way into it. Hopefully not this week.
Yep.
And maybe we can put up a score.
Matt's got one. Thielen out, AB in. Yeah, I can. The Thielen out is fair.
Is AB going to play with all what's going down? We didn't discuss it, but
no,
I think everybody knows about it. So
I didn't mention it because I'm just so over it. I think everybody is, aren't they? Just like
over this or just over AB?
AB.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I couldn't give 2 hoots if you didn't play in the NFL again. To be honest. Yeah. Neither could the Park Avenue, Park Road, Park Street, Park Avenue, where NFL head office is.
Park Avenue,
I
suppose. Have you got any more outs and
hundreds here?
Outs and ins?
Yes, I do. I have out Tyler Lockett.
Ooh.
Mate, if you're living in hope every week you're going to get one reception for 44 yards and a touchdown, that's how you're making your money.
Yeah.
And let's. He's not. Russell Wilson is not a good. I've sort of held on that he is a good fantasy quarterback for a little bit too long. He's not a good fantasy quarterback.
He is a good fantasy quarterback.
No, he's not.
What are you talking about?
If he doesn't run, and let me tell you, last week
he's got to run.
but he didn't look like he wanted to run. He got caught that many times last week.
Yeah,
he didn't have that explosive speed. Like he didn't have that elusiveness that he's had.
Okay, fair call. No, he's got to have the running.
When he doesn't have that, he's useless. And mate, they don't throw the ball. I hate to see what if he throw the ball 20 times, I'll go heat last week.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying just dump offs and little short screen passes to the running backs either. To Carson, he looked fantastic.
Oh, didn't he?
He looked great, mate. He looked great. So out, Lockett in. Oh, I probably did this before I heard the news about the kissing bandit.
Oh, now you're going to say Jamison Crowder.
Jamison Crowder.
Yeah, Jamison Crowder.
14.
How's he going to go with Simeon?
14. Mate, they might still use him.
Hopefully
they use the Simeon.
They will.
He's in that zone. He's in the Simeon zone this week.
Who else do they have?
Damn this phone. Should get under my leg. I don't know, but 14 for 99 and didn't score a touchdown, mate. But in PPR,
yep,
mate, he's just racked up a lazy 20 odd just in receptions alone. So yep, and like in the Gase offense, mate, high output, yeah. And he's in that sort of, we saw what happened last week. He goes up this week against the Browns, and we saw what Delaney Walker sort of works in that same sort of area, would you say, that Jamison Crowder works in? Because the Jets don't really don't have a tight end until I'm blanking. Quick, help me out. Comes back from suspension.
I'm sorry, what? Chris Herndon.
Chris Herndon comes. Thank you. Blanked out.
Hey Jay,
Chris
how
Herndon
you doing?
comes back. So, yeah. So there we go.
All right. Well, I've got a wide receiver in, and now, G, I know you're a believer. I'm going to put it out there. This guy, and he's not getting any love this week, G. None. DeMarcus Robinson.
Why is Jay putting out dodgy trade offers? Mate, my trade offer to you too was fair and reasonable, Jay.
As G says,
mate, if you want to be stuck with Jameis Winston and he scored a touchdown today, good on you. And if you watch the game, you'd be mate, I offered him a trade for the baby maker.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You were going to give him the baby maker?
Yes.
What for?
Oh, there was a few other things in there as well.
I bet there was.
If he's not going to get him for nothing, you got to pay the piper.
You're not telling all the story, but anyway.
Okay,
let me finish.
I'll look it up while you're
DeMarcus Robinson in.
Okay.
So listen, everybody is talking about Mecole Hardman, and that's a pile of crock, if you ask me, because Mecole Hardman is a rookie. He didn't necessarily have a great preseason. Andy Reid's not going to put a rookie opposite Sammy Watkins. It's just not going to happen. I already know DeMarcus Robinson is lined up opposite Sammy. He knows the offense. He's electric. Everybody seems to have forgotten how good this guy is. He's not Tyreek Hill, and I'm not saying that, but he's pretty good.
Mate, he looked, that first touchdown, those couple of moves that he made after the catch were precision.
Who, Sammy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sammy.
Mate, you saw last week.
Yeah.
The Sammy Watkins that I believe is that I had him above Odell Beckham.
Well, it's only
by
taken
one spot. They were 1 and 2. So, you know.
Well, what, 4 or 5 years now?
But, hey, mate, Darren Waller. Who told you about Darren Waller like 4 seasons ago?
Yeah, you did.
Yes. It's only taken 4 seasons for it to come true. But I said, hey, watch this guy. I didn't say watch him for 12 months.
Well, he's not
4 years.
He's not Gronk yet, so
no.
Steady on. Tight end, G.
Tight end.
Yes.
Tight end. Okay, because I had OJ Howard. Thursday, I've got to pay more attention, obviously.
Give me an in and an out.
Out. Vance McDonald.
Oh, you stole mine.
Mate, he was the only one.
Yeah,
He's the only one I could take out of the top 12 out.
Yep.
2 receptions for 40 yards last week. Like I said, the offense looked absolutely horrendous last week, but mate, they need a second target, and he's got to be the second target on that team. And I don't know, like, he's good. Is he great to be the second target and do that on a week-to-week basis? I don't think he's ever shown that he can. They haven't had to because they've had Brown there and with Juju the last couple of years.
Steelers are a worry.
They are. They're a big worry. In Austin Hooper.
You took my
Really?
in.
I took you in as well. Number 14. Led the
Yes.
team in targets in week 1. 9 for 90 caught. 77 yards or 71 yards?
77.
I can't even read
Yep.
my own writing. That's disgraceful. That's what watching porn does to you when you're trying to do this at the same time, kids.
Shaky handwriting.
Shaky handwriting.
Can you write with your left hand?
Along with other things.
Let's
Yeah.
just say, can you
Look,
write?
and mate, look what the Eagles allowed, mate. They're like Vernon Davis. Did you see Vernon Davis's touchdown run? Leapt over,
Yes.
through 3. Oh, mate, that's just
Yes.
brilliant from a guy that probably is 50.
Yeah.
Probably is the same age as us. Mate, he is an ageless wonder.
Yes.
They're the type of people that science should take alongside and just sort of like work out why you still like this.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Maddie says Hooper in and Joku out.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a fair
I don't
call.
mind the Joku either. But no, I reckon Joku's a fantastic tight end. I'm trying to trade him.
He's got the tools for sure.
He has got the tools.
Yeah.
Tools, but you need tools
Yes.
yeah.
Sammy Watkins
saying-
over OBJ. Yeah, well, G had that year Sammy Watkins as his number 1 wide receiver. So, yeah, it's coming home to roost, G, a little bit. I mean, you can't quite go Sammy Watkins over OBJ yet.
4 years, 1 week. Oh, well, mate. I know. Come on, that's not fair because there was times in Buffalo, Dave, where Sammy Watkins showed his number 1, wide receiver taken. His
What, there's like a
potential.
week or two?
There was a string of weeks. Okay,
couple.
Go back. No, there's more than a couple.
couple.
There's more than a couple.
Yeah.
Come on. He can't help it if his body's just not built for it at the moment. That's okay. Here was a trade with Jay.
Okay, all right, go.
Baker Mayfield
Yes.
and Royce Freeman
Okay.
for Jameis Winston, which I was going to turf, but I was just going to stick him on my bench anyway, and just for bye week
All right.
only.
Yeah.
He might not even be there by bye week.
Yep.
Devin Singletary,
Yes.
Leonard Fournette.
Ooh.
Now you got to remember, this is a 2 QB league.
That's a pretty even trade, I reckon.
It's a 2 QB, mate. If you want, you can keep Jameis. I'll go and grab some scrub. I'll go and get buddy Tannehill. He might be playing by. Because let me tell you right now, no matter what Mariota did last week,
Mariota looked all right.
no, Mariota's still Mariota.
Oh, he looked all
Mate,
right.
you don't get credit for a 70-yard screen pass to Derrick Henry that ran down the sideline with absolutely nobody chasing him because that was just terrible defense. And 2 passes that a college kid should make.
Points are points,
Okay?
G.
They are points, but we're looking long-term, okay? So
Yes,
there we go.
Writing the narrative that you'd like.
So so if you want to keep that, Devin Singletary, Leonard Fournette for Baker Mayfield in a 2 QB league and Royce Freeman. I think that was damn fair.
Mariota. He's turned the corner, G, and Jameis is going to be and Mariota.
Mate, I hope he does, mate, because the Japanese fans love him.
Yep, they certainly do. Marcus Mariota. Now,
Mate, I love how the NFL is it's become worldwide. You got a Russian kicking
yep,
for Kansas City Chiefs. Woodka, the Russian.
Budka, yes.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Now, G,
Mm.
last week we did our all rookie team,
We did.
and this week,
Rookies, week 1, rookies, first game. That's the correlation. Every
Yes.
week we're going to have correlation. This week, week 2, what is it, AJ?
second string guys.
No, number 2s. With the
That's the same thing, isn't it?
boom chish, like number 2.
Oh, number
They're not
2s.
the number 1s, the number 2s.
Okay,
We ran through this.
I missed it.
We ran through this.
Okay, all right. Second string guys.
Okay.
It could have been the Emmanuel era, actually. Sammy in Buffalo. Was that EJ Manuel? Under center? I mean, come on.
No. Ooh.
It wouldn't have mattered who
No.
who
That's
the
a good
wide
question.
receivers were.
I don't. No, I think it's when Tyrod Taylor. No, he was. I can't remember who was there. No, I think EJ Manuel went down, then Sammy came good.
That's what Dave said. He said it was Tyrod.
Was it? Yeah, I thought it was Tyrod. Because I reckon they benched EJ. Sammy didn't play that much with EJ Manuel because of his injuries, and then when he came back, I reckon it was T-Rod. Could
have been. All right, back to second string guys.
Okay, week 2, number 2s.
Number 2s. All right.
I am not a criminal. Go.
What was that? Was that a Richard Nixon?
Richard Nixon.
I don't really get the. Yep. Anyway. Yes, you're right, Dave. Number
mate,
2s.
Listen. Learn some history, mate. You know all about that.
I should listen to some history pods at work. So, second string.
You are a teacher. You should know something.
Second,
because you're an IT teacher and you know sweet FA how to put this thing together.
Are you
Seriously.
kidding? Have you seen this thing? Man, I'm doing pretty well. So,
this is software doing this. All you have to do is turn the bloody
take
computer on.
some
The
credit
camera
for it.
comes on automatically because it's built in. And you're sitting there with a microphone that you're plugged into a power and you're calling that IT tech.
Let's move on. So, second string guys, G.
Mate, your headphones came out and you panicked.
Now, second string guys. Now, this was interesting, and it's much easier at wide receiver because you're talking about the number 2 wide receiver, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's some positions that are a little bit hard.
Yeah, because quarterback.
Okay.
Right.
Who have you got your quarterback this week?
I have Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins is not even going to play this week.
Correct. He's a number 2 quarterback.
No. Okay, if that's where you want to go with, but my team's going to, because we're keeping points here.
No, but isn't that what?
No, it's about who's going to play this week and put up points. You're putting together a team.
I don't know. I don't get it. What are you talking about?
Do you not listen when I talk?
How-
Mate, I am speaking English.
What-
English.
Okay, explain
Would
the
you
concept.
like me to learn Spanish or Italian or Chinese? Seeing there's that many freaking Chinese living around this area.
So it
I
has to
shouldn't say
be
that about the Chinese.
Okay,
sorry.
G. It has to be a number 2 quarterback
There's-
that's starting.
Mate, there's more of them around here than, you know.
A number 2 quarterback
so maybe
that,
we should learn how to speak the language a little bit better.
like Minshew.
Communicate.
Like
Fucking
Minshew. Is
tell
that
him-
what you mean?
Tell them off when I'm driving.
He's
Yes. Thank
right.
you. Zach,
Okay.
well done. Do you still want to do the trade, Zach? Good trade.
Zach said Minshew as well.
Yep. No, I didn't have him though. But that's good.
Okay, yeah, it is harsh, Dave. I agree. I thought you meant I had to put together a team of the best. Who's currently the best number 2 quarterback?
No,
Okay.
we're putting together a team every week
Yeah.
to actually start.
Okay. Oh well, I'll take Minshew. Who are you going to take?
I hate to see what the rest of your team's like.
Oh, the rest of my team's fine. But
I've got Trevor Simeon because he's going to start this week.
Oh, nice.
Just fell in my lap up
Very
against the
nice.
Browns. You know, who, like I just said, made Mariota look like a quarterback.
Running back.
I said this one wrote itself, but obviously didn't write itself for you.
No. Trevor Simeon.
Everybody's going to start saying, "Geez, you give AJ a bit of a hard time."
He always
But, mate,
does.
it's deserved.
It's true.
It's deserved.
Give me a couple of running backs, G.
A couple of running backs.
Yeah.
Okay, this week I have number 2 behind the ageless wonder of Frank Gore, Devin Singletary. Number 2
Very
quarterback.
nice.
Racked up 14.8 fantasy points PPR last week. These are all going by Fantasy Pros numbers. So he's my in this week up against the Giants, who I've already given a hammering to, and I'm going to continue to give their defense a hammering all year, I think. We always find someone to pick on.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be the Giants this year.
All right.
Okay.
got a
You want
second one?
my second running back this week is
Yep.
Malcolm Brown.
I've got him as well.
Yeah. He's the number 2, obviously, behind Gurley.
He had a good game.
Yeah, like he didn't have the yardage that Gurley had. And look, when
Well, no.
Gurley had the holes, mate, he looked like Gurley.
Yeah,
But
he
you can see that the split was pretty close, I think, between the carries.
Yep.
And they are gonna very much just look after his workload. So Yeah, he had 17.3 PPR fantasy points last week. So the only thing that concerns me this week about Malcolm Brown is the fact that the game is in LA this week. They're back at home this week. I think that's correct.
Okay.
And that concerns me because what sells ticket? Malcolm Brown running down touchdowns or Todd Gurley running in touchdowns?
Are
And
you
keeping your fan
suggesting?
base coming and watching?
What are
the
you
game?
suggesting? Are you suggesting this is about money?
Oh no! NFL is not about money.
No.
No, it's about
Not-
sport.
The
It's about
owners
sport.
just want us to have a good
It's
time.
a gentleman's game. It's
They
about
don't
sport.
care about
No,
money at
no,
all.
They don't. No, they don't.
It's
They don't. Just because you pay $12 for a hot dog, US, that's probably like $24 Australian.
carry it up to your $500 nosebleeds.
Yeah. So that's my my quarterbacks are Devin Singletary and Malcolm Brown.
I have, and Zach's got AP. That's a good one. I had Malcolm Brown. I'm going to add in David Montgomery.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Well, he's number 2.
Yeah,
Isn't he?
he's number 2.
There you go.
Yes.
And we also have Matt has put Gio in there. Well, Mixon is questionable, isn't he? We don't know if Mixon's going to play, so that's a good one as well. Okay, wide receiver.
Wide receiver. My wide receivers, I put down Calvin Ridley.
So did I.
No, but I didn't. I
Oh.
crossed him out.
Okay, well, I put down Calvin Ridley.
Because you got to look at who's playing the Dolphins this week. The Pats.
The Pats.
Mate, give me Josh Gordon.
Okay.
Josh Gordon against the Pats scored 16.3. And he looked good last week. We talk about specimens, like I said about Cam.
What was his stat line, G?
Ooh, I didn't put that down. Sorry.
Oh, someone will have. Someone tell us Josh Gordon's stat line, please.
Yes. So he's the number 2, isn't he? Like Julian Evans is the number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't get.
I
get
think
that
so.
right. Because sometimes when you look at because I went by what is it? The lads.
The lads.
Our
Our lads.
lads.
Yeah, our lads. Yeah.
Sometimes they have they have them like stacked next to each other. Like number 1, they have might have 3 wide receivers, 2, but they don't have them like in a row. This is number 1. They have them where they line up.
Yes.
Okay. So I figured, Josh Gordon's the number 2. So give me that against this Dolphins who, mate, like we said, the Ravens put up a lazy 59. Mate, the Ravens for offense ain't that great. Well, it's not 59 points great.
Oh, I know. Isn't that crazy? 3 for over 100, Matt says. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Okay. Very good.
This is, mate, this is great. You guys, we'll just ask you guys a question. If you can be our
We can be super lazy and just...
mate, well, they can be our researchers. Mate, every pod you listen to, like well done pods, do you think they're going and getting all the stats? Hell no, man. They got people doing it for them.
Oh, 3 for 73 and a touch.
There we go.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Correction. My bad. No,
Well,
that's all right, Matt. We can't complain because we've been super lazy.
Yeah.
Just not doing it at all. Okay. So you had
Josh Gordon. Do you want my second one?
only 4 targets. Yeah, give me your second one.
Now, 4 targets this week would be like 200 this week against the Dolphins. He'll score 2 this week.
He'll score 2 TDs.
Yeah.
Big call.
Yeah. This will be a week he'll give Julian Edelman to get a couple because he doesn't get a lot. It's not his not his game. when
No,
they go down there.
it's not his
This
game.
Brady will give him a couple. you
Yeah.
know. The other wide receiver is Deshaun Jackson. 35.4 fantasy points last week. I already spoke about his numbers. Just tore them a new one last week, and as we said, he's going up against the Falcons, who have been known at times to give up big plays.
It's going to be an air raid. It's going to be an air attack.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good game, man.
Yeah.
Well, if you like offense,
Yeah.
it's going to be a great game.
The Falcons have a little bit of problems with deep ball sometimes, and they have a few problems with passing, backs catching passes out of the backfield.
Yes. Hey, listen, did you just
you think
have,
after all these years they'd work that out, wouldn't you?
do you just have 2?
We got to keep moving along.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, only 2. No flex this week.
Okay, no worries. Then I had Calvin Ridley, who you sort of said you sort of had,
I like that.
and Deshaun Jackson. So 2 players from the same game.
Ooh, it is. It could be a big scoring game.
I think it will be,
Sometimes
yeah.
those big scoring games just turn out to be a little bit of Bit of a fizzer.
They can, yes,
They can
absolutely.
be. At tight end. Who
Tight
do we
end.
got? This is a little bit harder. Like a number 2, mate. It's hard enough to find a number 1 tight end to start, let alone get a number 2.
I've got Aussie guys' favourite, CJ Uzomah. Uzomah.
Love me some Uzomah.
Yep.
Just remember he told you about him as well.
Yeah, you did actually. Yeah.
Okay. I've got Blake Jarwin.
Oh, that's not
Scored a
bad
TD
either.
last week, 12.9 fantasy points. Mate, he only has to catch one ball, been a number 2 tight end, and bingo.
Yep.
Win. One tight. That's all I need. One pass, one touchdown, and your number 2 tight end is going to do it for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
We
G.
finished?
No, we're not quite finished, but we'll do this segment really, really quickly.
Yes.
And also, I might just put on
Is this a new
here.
segment?
No, this is going to be. I'll tell you in a second. So, listen. Last week, I tweeted this link out. I thought I'd put it up here. If you want to join us, you're welcome to join us. This is the link to join us, and we can actually bring you out onto the screen, and you can have a chat.
Is that it down the bottom there? Like,
Yeah, that's the link down the bottom to actually join. Oh, very good. The Price is Right.
I'm going the wrong way. my left is my right, now
Yeah.
my right's my left.
Yes, you're going the wrong way. So our segment right now is the future waiver wire. And it's because, we record on a Friday night,
Oh.
Australian. Oh, no, you didn't do it.
This one,
Because now one thing that we have found, G, and I'll just talk filler for
here
a
we
minute.
go. We got it. We're good.
We have always found that us talking waiver wire picks is a bit useless because waiver wires are already
Done.
processed.
Finished.
There's no point us
Gone.
coming out and talking about this week's waiver
Van
wire
Oost,
hits.
blowing to hell.
Yeah, but listen, here's the thing that you should be doing in fantasy, right? Is
A week ahead.
a week ahead because right now you can pick up guys you don't have to pay a single dollar, a dime, a nickel, whatever,
Peso.
a peso, a ruble.
Rupiah.
There you go. See, we're
Euro.
educational as well.
Mate, if you're paying in the euro, you're getting ripped.
That's right. You don't have to pay any of that to get any of these players, right? If they're on the wire, you pick them up for free. So what you got to try and do, and what I do like to do, G, and it does depend
If you
on
got
your
enough
league.
if you got enough roster spots, you always
Precisely.
got you've always got players on there that they might sit there for like 5 weeks,
Yeah,
maybe longer. You're just hoping that they break out. You've always got. I always have like at least 2 spots on my roster
yes,
that are just absolute flies ahead of time. I'm
Yeah,
thinking ahead of time.
that's right. It all is roster dependent. If your
Yeah.
roster is really tight and you can't do it, then so be it. If you do have one spot that you can just kind of cycle and just put a chip down on
Yep.
a guy, then it's worth doing. It'll cost you nothing. And sometimes the chicken comes home to roost or whatever.
Yeah, that's the old
And you're
love
like-
the terminology.
And then you're like, bingo, you're ahead of the game. So,
Chicken comes home, the rooster's better than bingo.
yes, much better than bingo. Yeah, I agree. So, future waiver wire.
And as I've said, if you go to bingo, boys and girls, shh, be very, very quiet. They don't like you talking.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
Legs 11. Shh.
Shh, they don't like you saying anything. Bingo. And you know what they really hate?
What?
Is when somebody else yells out bingo.
Oh,
Oh, the grandmas get all upset that it wasn't them.
do they throw stuff around the
Oh,
room?
it's quite funny. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yes.
So
Nice.
we've got a couple of suggestions. Matt said Hawk. Well, if you can get him.
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
depends on
but
the
he's
league.
he's going to come out this week. We're looking next week.
Next week. Jesse
So,
James?
Have you got any? Jesse James, nice.
That is nice.
What other
Yeah,
than
I do.
that? Okay, give us a couple.
Okay, hang on. I'll just put this back up. I said Will Greer.
Nice.
Okay,
I
but
can't believe after my soapbox I didn't put Will Greer down.
now I do have more though. I
Okay,
said
minute
Jalen
15. Let's
Richard.
keep going.
Jalen
Hour
Richard.
15. Yep.
Now, only because, listen, Jalen Richard's not bad. Josh Jacobs is basically dominating the Oakland backfield justifiably because he's fantastic, but
He's still a rookie.
he's one little ping, he's a rookie, away.
Can you carry the ball 20 odd times? How many
Oh.
was it? You can't do that. You can't keep that up.
Exactly. So they
He looked
are.
good, though.
He did look good. Jalen Richard could have massive value because obviously they want to run the ball. This is the Gruden offense. This is what he wants to do. And if Josh Jacobs misses any time, then Jalen Richard is going to be an RB1. And the other guy that I put down here, G favorite,
RB1. Go on.
Justice Hill.
Ooh.
He didn't have a good first week,
No.
but it's a time to buy.
Did I put Justice Hill down last week?
I don't know if you did.
I might have.
It's a time to
Can't
buy
remember.
Justice
Yeah,
Hill.
yeah, for
Justice
sure.
Hill's fantastic.
Yep.
And Cam Newton. Justice Hill is fantastic.
Well, he'll be on
and,
the waiver wire soon, don't you?
Yes. Yeah, you'll be able to pick him up for nothing.
Yep. I picked him up for the first time ever this year. I drafted him in the league, and I'm so annoyed with myself for doing it.
Serves you right. Now, I do have more, though, G. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah. Quick.
Wide receiver, I said DeMarcus Robinson, who I spoke about already.
Yep.
Pick him up. You can pick him up right now. Next week, he's not going to be free because the what do you say? The box will be open. The surprise will be, everybody will know.
Okay.
I don't know what I was saying there.
No.
Tight end,
don't know either.
I'm taking a bit of tight end is a flyer, but I said,
Fly starting.
how about Adam Shaheen in a terrible offense?
Yeah, okay.
But there's not many targets. There's not actual many playmakers. Well, there are under center, I suppose, but not through the air. Adam Shaheen could have
Who's the
sneaky value.
non-playmakers?
Well, I mean, Allen Robinson looked good,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, who else are you going
Okay.
to play in the Bears offense?
Yep.
Air raid,
Yep.
not.
Okay. Is that yours?
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay, mine is look. I got Carlos Hyde here now. Whether or not he gets picked up this week, I don't know. But I think people still have a bit of love for the old Duke Johnson. Do they not?
Carlos Hyde. Yeah, I'm a Duke Johnson
And
truther.
I think
Yeah.
people aren't convinced by Carlos Hyde. He's like everywhere he's been, he's looked good at times. But he ran really well last week.
And he is injury prone too, Carlos Hyde.
He is injury prone, but he ran really well this week, and it's one of those things again. You get stuck on a team that you think's got an opportunity to go somewhere. You play better.
True. He looked good. He looked really good.
The other one I've got is Raheem Mostert. So he's only owned Carlos Hyde's owned 30% of the leagues. This is NFL sites.
Yes.
Raheem Mostert is only owned 0.6%.
You're kidding.
Of leagues.
Now, is Breeder starting?
Mate, Breeder is starting at
Yep.
the moment, and Raheem looked good last week. And mate, he's only one injury away. And let's face it, Breeder's already was tested for concussion last week during the game.
Oh, I like Matt Breeder.
And we know what
but-
Matt Breeder.
Yep.
He's a bit of the old I'm injured, but he comes back in. It's like man, I thought you broke your leg and you've come back in. So he's sort of that sort of play, which you give mate so much kudos for.
Yes.
But he's not far away. He's not far away. Trust me. I got a tight end for you. Your boy that you liked in the last segment, CJ Uzomah.
CJ Uzomah.
1.1% he's owned in leagues. And, mate, Andy Dalton and this, mate, they look good. They look very good last week. And, look, everybody's talking up John Ross and his speed and he's unbelievable. He darts around. Mate, his two catches weren't based purely on speed. One of them should have been intercepted, but the guy couldn't judge the ball to save his goddamn life.
Yep.
So, yeah, CJ Uzomah, he looked okay. And let's face it, mate, this is a tight end thirsty league we play in, is it not?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, 5
It
targets.
is.
He caught 4 for 66 yards. And my last one I've got traded. So he's still learned the playbook. He's still going to get integrated into the team in Houston, and that is Kenny Stills, who's only owned in 8% of leagues. And we all know the Fuller history.
Yes.
Fuller, mate, easily goes down. Another one of his injuries.
And
Kiki QT is
QT
still injured. Is he still injured? Is he playing? I have no idea what's happening with him this week, but he's
Not
another
sure.
one. The dude's that thin. I reckon my son Noah is probably about the same size of Kiki.
Yeah, could be.
And he's only not even 15 yet. And, mate, he's an extremely reliable receiver. He doesn't drop balls.
Yes.
So just maybe Kenny Stills on that offense with that quarterback. No Fuller. And look, the tight ends, mate, Aikens did nothing. It could be a nice little pickup just to stash away. And everybody goes, oh, no, Kenny Stills. But now he's got a very good receiver since he left. And we saw what he did when he had Drew Brees,
Yes.
you know.
Yep.
So there we go. They're my ones.
Very good.
Okay.
Now, I did tweet out the StreamYard link. So we'll see. Carlos looks lighter and stronger. Maybe less weight, less injuries. Yeah, maybe. Man, I was so cut. The numbers and the carries he was getting over Duke Johnson, because I've got a lot of Duke Johnson. I'm a big Duke Johnson fan.
And I think a lot of people are, and they want to see him be given a go.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people won't go and pick up Hyde, because there's still a lot of love for Duke.
Yep.
But like I said, mate, you get stuck on a team where you think you've got half a chance of going somewhere and making something and that, you play better.
Absolutely.
You know, good teams raise, good players. I think the Patriots part of it is they're very good at spotting talent that fills their needs. But I think a part of that also comes from the fact is I'm playing on the Patriots. I've got to lift my game.
Yes.
I want to be a better player.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Yeah.
And also because if they're not a good player, Belichick casts your ass. You're gone, out. Gonski, I don't care who you are. If you're not serving a purpose and you're not playing the role we want you to play and play it well, you're out.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay, I think that's it.
Done.
That's it. Dunsky.
Next week,
And-
more than one alcoholic beverage.
That's very unusual for you to have more than one alcoholic
It is.
beverage,
No,
unless it's gin. And then
Yeah, but then I bring that big. Well, I have to bring that in. I have to. One next week I might bring in. I'll bring in a drink of the pod, but I'll bring in because we used to speak about it all the time, didn't we? I'll bring in the container that is pretty much full of gin that I used to drink out of and start slurring by the end of the hour and so he's up.
Yep. I agree, Dave. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens this week.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And the same can be said for Shady. Shady looked good.
Unreal,
He's running
eh?
hard, man. And it's amazing how quicker you bounce up off the ground when you're on a good team.
No, absolutely. Shady stinking Super Bowl.
Mate, exactly. And why wouldn't you run? You want to be part of the reason that they make it.
He's like, you beauty. I can get a Super Bowl ring and retire.
He's got some pace about him too, Shady.
Yep. He's running all the way to January. That's what he's doing.
He gets a good gallop up.
All the way to the Super Bowl he's running.
Yeah.
So, anyway, G, no takers for our live join us, or they have lots of people join us in the chat.
Mate, that was fantastic tonight. Thank you,
That
everybody.
was good. Love that. That was really
great.
good.
And thank you for your researches. Just give us your bank details and we'll pop a little bit of coin in. We might actually take more out than we put in, but thank you.
Next week, our notes are just going to be these blank pieces of paper.
Yeah.
We're just going to be like, Matt Ryan, his stats were, tell us.
And then it'll pop up.
It'll pop up. There you go. Yeah.
That
Anyway,
was great.
G,
Thank you.
that was awesome. Really enjoyed that. Thank you for those people who watched online and joined us and chirped in and all that sort of stuff. That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you, G, for joining me. And that was
Thank
awesome.
you, AJ, for your IT skills plugging it in to the wall.
Well, I have to press this button in a second.
So you got to press one button.
And the broadcast, see? So,
yes.
I'm doing stuff.
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't actually.
No, we've already spoken about my IT. I rang you while you're away because I didn't know how to use.
You couldn't do file
I
save
couldn't
as.
File save as.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, man. All right. Few comments. Thanks, Matt. Thank you very much.
Is that going to? Do you want me to send that trade again, Zach? And you too, Jay. It's not very often that AJ agrees that that's a good trade that I put out.
Yeah,
but he agreed that one was okay.
I'll call a spade, and certainly a lot of your trades are spades.
The shovels. It's not a spade, it's a shovel.
All right. That sounds good. Cheers, Dave. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Matt. Who else did we have on? I can't recall. I might have left someone out. I don't know. Jay. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to hit the stop button. Very talented of me. But anyway, appreciate you listening in. Hope your week one went well. Best of luck this week. And
just make sure you put your lineups in.
Yes, make sure you put your lineups in. Let's hope that Well, like the Thursday night kickoff game, which was a pile of
You struggle
absolute
to
garbage.
end a pod, don't you?
What's that?
You struggle to end a pod.
I don't struggle to end a pod. I am now, but yeah, usually I don't. Okay. On behalf of G and myself, thanks for listening, everybody. We will catch you next time. Cheers. Thank you very much. And end broadcast. See you later.